Listen carefully. If you're watching this video, chances are you've dreamed of being rich. Not just having enough to pay bills, but the kind of wealth that gives you freedom. Freedom to quit a job you hate, freedom to take care of your family, and freedom to live life on your own terms. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Getting rich isn't about finding a secret shortcut. It's about building yourself into the kind of person who attracts wealth. And today, I'm going to give you the honest advice I wish someone gave me when I was just starting out. Here's don't exist any magic formula or a trick to double your money overnight. But the truth, if you want to get rich, you don't start by chasing money. You start by sharpening yourself. And that's where our first principle begins. Principle 1, sharpen your axe before cutting the tree. There's an old saying, if you give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'll spend the first 4 sharpening my axe. What does that mean? It means before you run into the world trying to make money, you need to sharpen your skills. Money doesn't chase ordinary effort. Money chases valuable skills. Think about it. Why does a surgeon get paid more than a waiter? Why does a great software developer earn more than someone stacking shelves? It's not because one person works harder physically. It's because their skills are sharper, rarer, and more valuable. So your first task is this. Don't waste your 20s chasing quick money. Use them to sharpen your axe. Learn a skill that can change your life. Maybe it's coding. Maybe it's sales. Maybe it's content creation, design, or even video editing. But whatever it is, it should be a high-income skill, something that creates real value for others. If you're broke right now, don't panic. Everyone starts with nothing. The difference is whether you spend your free time scrolling endlessly or sharpening your axe for the opportunities ahead. Because when opportunity knocks, only those with sharpened axes will be ready to cut down the tree. Principle 2, don't rush. The slow game builds real wealth. Here's another harsh truth. Most people fail because they want to get rich fast. They see someone driving a luxury car on Instagram and think, I need that now. They jump into crypto, gambling, lottery tickets, or shady schemes promising overnight millions. And guess what? 99% of the time, they lose. Real wealth doesn't work like that. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's like planting a tree. You can't force it to grow in one night. You water it daily, protect it from storms, and wait patiently until one day it gives shade and fruit for life. Do you know what's common among self-made millionaires? They all played the long game. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men alive, made over 80% of his wealth after he turned 50. Why? Because compounding takes time. So my advice is stop being in a hurry. Stop comparing yourself to 19-year-old influencers flashing rented Lamborghinis. Play your own game. Build something real, something solid, something that lasts. Because fast money usually leaves just as fast. But slow money, built on patience and consistency, stays forever. Remember this, if you're trying to get rich in a year, you'll probably fail. But if you're trying to get rich in a decade, you'll almost certainly succeed. So now you understand, sharpening your axe and being patient is step 1. But let's go deeper, because once you start earning, the next battle isn't about making money, it's about keeping it and making it grow. And that's where principle number 3 comes in. Principle 3, invest and lock your money away. Let me ask you a simple question. What happens if you make money but never invest it? The answer is simple. You'll always stay stuck in the cycle of working for money instead of money working for you. Here's the real secret. The rich don't just earn money, they trap money. When they get paid, they don't immediately blow it on the latest iPhone, luxury sneakers, or clubbing every weekend. They put their money to work in stocks, real estate, businesses, or index funds. Think of every dollar like a soldier. If you spend it recklessly, that soldier dies. But if you invest it wisely, that soldier goes out, recruits more soldiers, and builds you an army. And one day that army fights for you while you sleep. That's called passive income. The earlier you start, the stronger your army grows. If you invest $500 a month starting at 20, by the time you're 40, you won't just have savings, you'll have a fortune. That's the power of compounding. So don't just focus on earning, focus on locking away your money into things that grow. Let your money work harder than you do. Principle 4, take calculated risks and fail forward. Now let's talk about risk, because here's the truth. If you want to get rich, you can't play life completely safe. Think about it. Every entrepreneur, every millionaire, every billionaire at some point took a leap. They started a business when others told them it was stupid. They invested when others were scared. They dared when others played safe. But here's the key. The risks they took were calculated. They didn't gamble blindly. They studied, prepared, and then took action. For example, Elon Musk risked almost all of his money after selling PayPal to start SpaceX and Tesla. People called him insane. Today, those companies are worth hundreds of billions of dollars. But here's something even more important. When you fail, don't collapse. Fail forward. Every failure is a lesson wrapped in pain. It teaches you what not to do next time. I've never met a rich person who didn't fail dozens of times. The difference is they used failure as a stepping stone, not a tombstone. So ask yourself, are you willing to take risks? And when you fail, because you will, are you willing to rise stronger than before? That's the mindset of the wealthy.
Principle 5, keep learning and upgrade yourself. Let me give you a brutal fact. The world is changing faster than ever. The skills that made people rich 20 years ago aren't the same skills that will make people rich today. If you stop learning, you stop growing. If you stop growing, you get left behind. Think of your brain like a smartphone. Every year, apps get heavier, technology evolves, and systems upgrade. If you never update your phone, eventually it crashes. The same thing happens with your mind. So, what do the wealthy do? They are obsessive learners. They read books, listen to podcasts, take courses, and surround themselves with people smarter than them. They never think they know it all. Bill Gates still reads around 50 books a year. Warren Buffett spends 80% of his day reading and thinking. Even the most successful people on earth are still students of life. So, if you want to rise, upgrade yourself constantly. Learn new skills, understand new industries, keep your curiosity alive. Because the moment you stop learning, you stop earning. So now we've covered 5 powerful principles. But we're not done yet, because there's one final secret that ties all of this together, and it has nothing to do with money and everything to do with the people around you. Principle 6, surround yourself with the right people. Here's the truth. You can't become rich hanging out with people who think small. If your friends spend every weekend drinking, gossiping, and complaining about life, guess what? You'll start thinking like them. And if your circle laughs at the idea of building a business, investing, or chasing big dreams, soon you'll stop chasing too. That's why wealthy people choose their circle carefully. They surround themselves with doers, not talkers, with dreamers, not doubters, with people who are already where they want to be. Jim Rohn once said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." So ask yourself, who are your 5? Do they push you higher or pull you down? If your circle is toxic, change it. If your friends drag you into mediocrity, limit your time with them. Find mentors, communities, and networks that inspire you. Because wealth is contagious. Hang around with people chasing it and you'll catch it too. Bonus principle 7. Avoid the lifestyle trap. One of the biggest reasons people stay broke even after making good money is the lifestyle trap. The moment they get a raise, they buy a new car. The moment they earn a bonus, they upgrade their phone, their apartment, their wardrobe. They look rich, but inside, they're drowning in debt. Don't fall into this trap. Wealth isn't about how much you spend, it's about how much you keep and grow. Remember this, rich people buy assets first, luxuries later. Broke people buy luxuries first and never get to assets. limits. So every time you feel tempted to flex, pause and ask yourself, do I want to look rich today or actually be rich tomorrow? So follow this roadmap for 5 years with laser focus, and you'll be shocked at how far you can go. Follow it for 10 years and your life will look unrecognizable. Listen, nobody is coming to save you. Not the government, not your boss, not your parents. The only person who can change your financial destiny is staring back at you in the mirror. You have two choices. Keep living the same way, waiting for a miracle, or take control today. Sharpen your skills, play the long game, and build real wealth step by step. The truth is, you don't need to be the smartest, the fastest, or the luckiest. You just need to be disciplined, consistent, and brave enough to keep going when others quit. So my challenge to you is this. After watching this video, don't just feel inspired for 10 minutes and then go back to scrolling. Take one action today. Learn a new skill, start saving, cut a bad habit, or change your circle. Do one thing that your future self will thank you for, because 10 years from now, you'll either look back with regret or with pride, and the choice is yours. If this video truly added value to your life, make sure to subscribe to Mr. Jackie Coder for more life-changing content.